Okay, green dragon is a pretty easy start here. Um, I'm just going to do that. Take the dragon. I don't like any of these uncommons. The best common is probably between Searchlight Companion and Dismal Backwater, so this is a very, very easy pick. I'm looking at Samurai, Kakazan, Guidebot, Twisted Embrace. I like Twisted Embrace most color-wise. Well, I guess I like Guidebot most color-wise because it's flexible. I think I just want the Guidebot here to avoid choosing a second color based on any of these cards. Red is a very strong commitment, and I'm not very confident in red-green. Samurai's okay. Starting green-white, no enchantments feels kind of weird, but it would be fun to do. Twisted Embrace is solid, but I don't think it's appreciably better than Guidebot, and Guidebot's any color instead of double black. Alright, Long Reach is tempting, so is Uncharted Haven. I think those are better than Companion or Exploit. And I like Haven. I think Haven's just better than Tanuki. Yeah, I'll take Long Reach. Fangfall and Network Terminal are the cards that stand out to me here. I think I just want Fang. I have a lot of late game power. I'd like to stay alive. I am not very into Seismic Wave. I'm not very into Merge Keeper. I think it's like not really better than Cultivation, which I don't like very much. I think this is just another Fang. I'd probably like a Safekeeping, but I will not usually have trouble finding one of those, and it's not a disaster if I fail to. Hot Springs is a little bit tempting. There are a lot of good red cards that could come back, but I've passed on Fred that it feels a little bit dangerous. But I also just I keep seeing red cards. There's high upside here. If not that, then probably Season or Network Terminal. I have like things that cost less than 3 and things that cost 5, which is a good spot for Terminal. I do like Season quite a bit. All right, I'll take Season. It can get back my dragon, and it's really good with Fangs. Here I'm going to take Searchlight Companion. I like that it is another artifact if I'm doing black things that care about having artifacts and enchantments. So late Mechanaut, but I'm not in a space to move into it. I don't like Stalker very much. This is a fine time to pick up a Safekeeping. This is between Papercraft Decoy and Dismal Backwater. Blue is a color that I like to have the option to splash. Ninjas play well with both Fang and Searchlight Companion. Papercraft Decoy is pretty nice because I have no 2-drops and it's an artifact. I think this is pretty close. I'm actually going to go with the Decoy. I low confidence here. I tabled Kumano, and I don't have any other black cards aside from Long Reach. Okay, if red is wide open, I can move into red. I'm going to take Searchlight Companion over Simian Sling, though. Even though Simian Sling is likely better in green-red, I'm not committed to that pivot. Take Ogre here. Emergence feels right for red-green, but I think I'd rather just have another safekeeping. Especially in best of 3, I could easily want to side in a second safekeeping. I already have Season. I'm open-ended green that's like planning to go long. This is a really easy Sky Turtle. And that makes me a lot less inclined to go into the red direction. Obviously super happy to get past Blossom Prancer. Gonna plan to not play that red stuff. I'm not in any way attached to the Long Reach of Night. I'm gonna try to be green plus splashable cards, I guess, until something gives me a good reason to do something other than that. This is a very weak pack. Highlights don't exist. I wouldn't really describe any of these things as highlights. Simian Sling I could take to go into the red direction. I think in green-red I prefer it to Song Shaper. Could also take Return to Action. I think it plays pretty well with a lot of the stuff that I have. I'm going to take Return to Action. Second pick, third pick Return to Action feels horrible, but I'm not particularly into Go Shintai of Hidden Cruelty, so this seems like the card with the most upside to me. I think I just want the hover bike here. Hover bike has impressed me. Other cards that are worth considering: second Kamano, go back into like aggressive red. Voltage Surge, plan to like splash red, have some removal. Terrarium for flexibility. Iron Apprentice for the red direction, but it's probably just worse than Kamano. Blossoming Sands for the splash whatever. Could even Bamboo Grove Archer here, but I think I like the Hoverbike most. I have 2 Searchlight Companions, so this Gravelighter is looking pretty appealing. I think I like that more than third Searchlight Companion or Grove Archer. It's also good with Return to Action. Here I just want the Uncharted Haven. This is between Moonsnare Specialist and Commune. I think I like Moonsnare Specialist more than Ambusher, even if I'm theoretically more black than blue. I'm much more attached to my Sky Turtle. Moonsnare Specialist is really good with the Searchlights and the Gravelighter. I think I want Moonsnare. I like Commune a lot, but my best cards aren't enchantments, like Blossom Prancer and the Dragon. This pack is bad. Trying to decide between like Lucky Offering to Sideboard versus like mediocre blue cards and the Guy Bot. I think I want the Lucky Offering to Sideboard, weirdly enough. Boy, Emergence, I don't believe in Emergence. I have a lot of artifacts. I'm going to take the Koi, but it might be wrong. It's definitely possible that Emergence is the better pick here. Take another Companion. If I just moved into red-green from the beginning, I think I'd have a pretty good aggressive red-green deck. But I'm not unhappy about where I am, so it's not a big deal. Gone forever. I think that means I need to like try to tab out. No, it's auto-selected, so I'm good. Alright. Maybe I'll pivot into a red aggro deck at some point. Or a sideboard into. I don't know which of these is better if I go that direction. Oh. I think I like Bankbuster more than trying to support Behold. If this were like any weaker of a card, I'd take Behold. Behold's very, very good with Moonsnare Specialist and Season, but I think Bankbuster's probably better. Low confidence on this pick. Another Blossom Prancer is really nice and makes me feel better about not taking a 5-drop the previous pick. Looking at Commune and Modern Age. I've gone further and further into like most of my good cards not being enchantments. I'm just going to take Modern Age. I could take Lethal Exploit, but I think I want more enchantments in my deck to support this season, and I think I like filtering through for my best cards a lot in this deck. And I'd also like to shift more blue, I think. So here, I don't think I need a second guide bot, given that I already have Season Loops and Bankbuster. So then we're looking at Commune and Exploit. Potentially Mirror Shell Crab, but I don't think it. So how many enchantments do I have? 5. I think I have to take Exploit over Commune. A little worried about lack of fixing, though, which would have been an argument for Commune, but I can just take Network Terminal here. I have a lot of artifacts to work with it. mentioned that I'm in the market for digging. Although spending mana to dig is diminished value when I have the Bankbuster and the Guidebot and a lot of stuff to spend mana on. This is obviously an easy Thornwood Falls, given that my primary concern is my mana at this point. I don't think I'm trying to ramp by default, but I could certainly imagine matchups where trying to ramp becomes a priority. It's that or Short Circuit. I think first return to action is better than second safekeeping, given that most of my creatures have ETB abilities. ETB or dies abilities. We've gone pretty far from Invigorating Hot Springs, though. Again, an red green deck would be real nice, but I'm just going to take another Cultivation. I can get serious about a plan of just like ramping to my fives if that's what the matchup seems to be about, like against a red green or something. I think I want Mirror Shell Crab here. I did mention that most of my creatures have ETB abilities, but a lot of them are somewhat low impact. I guess Planner Incision on Blossom Prancer is nice, but I think I'd rather have the Crab. At the very least, I can side this in against people with like Farewells or whatever expensive stuff I really want to be able to counter. This stuff matters. I guess I have a lot of artifacts. Maybe there's a world where I side that in. Okay, in case I want to use some red cards. Alright, I'm pretty happy with this deck, I think. Weirdly high artifact count, that's not bad. The Black Splash is a little weird. I think the Gravelighter is pretty good. I should look at playing straight blue-green, I think. Just go rampy. Could be... I can see... I don't think I want Short Circuit, but I could see arguments for any of these. These are actually 2s. This is an interesting deck. Just really serious about ramping. I think at that point I would just want another safekeeping. Ramp up to big stuff and protect it. Kind of like that. I don't have things that explicitly support the splash. I have like a little bit of a weird amount of fixing with the terminal and the haven that I'm not using, but it's not like that's enough to play like Gravelighter for free or anything. I think I like this. I think I like the consistency and the game plan. Just like ramp to big stuff, draw more big stuff. Minimal interaction, but I think minimal interaction is a fine place to be in game one. So Yeah, I think this is the deck I'm going to play, at least to start.